I didn't recognize him at first. I just saw the uniform, and then I was like, well, that's weird. And then I saw his name, and then I knew it was him, so I freaked out. I've been talking about him for like ever, because he's been gone and stuff, and they've been very supportive. So when they saw how much it meant to me to see him, they got emotional too, because they knew how it felt.
We have been using superheroes to help us to learn how to regroup, right? I thought, how cool would it be to get a real live superhero to come and talk to our class? What do you guys think?
What?
A real live superhero.
Who? What? That's who?
Well, let's wait.
Captain Underpants.
Hi, sweetie.
I'm feeling really surprised. I didn't know this until today. And I haven't seen my dad so long that it feels so good. My heart feels like it's hopping really high, and it's really exciting to me.
It's amazing to see him again. So her reaction is kind of all we were looking for.
Was crying in happiness, and I was so excited.
They're perfect. They're just so, I knew that they would be so overwhelmed that it would just capture the moment.
Yeah.
More than 100 Montana National Guardsmen and women were welcomed home by family and friends after a 4-month deployment. This was the airmen's first large-scale deployment since ending a 2.5-year conversion process last October.
And then there's a new unit, basically proved and showed them that we know what we're doing, know how to do it, and aircraft's an aircraft, and the Montana National Guard knows how to deploy.
During the deployment, Guardsmen were assigned to the 386 Air Expeditionary Wing and participated in Operation Inherent Resolve.
This deployment was the best deployment I've been on. As far as where we were at, it was probably the most any one of us had flown in that period of time. So it was really busy deployment.
Flight crews delivered supplies and personnel throughout the region to military units fighting ISIS.
I told every single one of our workers, everybody around, I said, you should not go home and feel like you didn't do what you went here to do. I mean, we accomplished everything and then some.
The mission often required the C-130 crews to operate in dangerous regions, but the crew members say the wing went above and beyond to successfully complete their mission.
We set maintenance records. We were able to provide every demand signal for our operations side, delivering a record amount of cargo, record amount of personnel, flew a record amount of hours. And our maintenance statistics, the ability for our maintenance folks to provide that resource to our operations was outstanding.
These men and women not only broke records, but they set new standards for Operation Inherent Resolve.
As Montana, as we go, that's what we do. We try to go and show who we are, what we're made of. So have a chip on our shoulder, go do the job, do the best we can. And this job, you're always learning, and we learned a ton. It's just going to compound for later. I mean, we're just going to keep getting better and better.
In Great Falls, Margaret DeMarco, MTN.
Because I love you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I'm gonna cry.
Oh, it's okay.
Stay here, buddy.
You like the greatest thing yet? I'm gonna stay here.
He does?
And I don't have to leave.
How'd you figure that out?
They told me that I could come home if I wanted to.
Yay!
I certainly did.
It was not a typical day at school for a couple of kids in La Jolla. They got to see their father for the first time in months. He's been deployed with the Navy, and he wanted to surprise them. And only our 10 News cameras were there for the big moment.
I said, I'm just excited to see them. I know they're going to be excited to see me.
It's been a while since Chief Petty Officer Tyler Rolstad has been able to hug his kids, but it won't be long now.
It's going to be a surreal feeling when I see them today.
When Rolstad and his ex-wife Caroline found out he'd be coming home from his deployment on the USS Somerset early, they knew this was their chance.
My daughter likes to watch the YouTube videos of the soldiers and sailors returning home, and she cries the whole time, and it's so awesome.
Little did she know a plan was in the works for 11-year-old Anna and her older brother Jacob.
My son thinks he's getting an award, which he has no clue. He's like, can't figure out why he's getting an award.
Should I be closer to the desk?
The big surprise involves Dad, disguised in a baseball cap, sitting behind the front office desk. When his kids walk in, completely unaware of what's about to happen.
Can I help you guys?
I'm good. Wait.
Are you serious?
I don't know what to do. Oh, it's Dad. You gotten older.
You thought you were getting an award?
Yeah. Yeah, right. That's all.
Oh, we got insurance? Let's go. Yeah. Get him when he comes back in.
Does he grab another round?
Putting the powder up from the last one. Hey, Deanda. Deanda.
What are you doing?
Oh, man.
What's up, man?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, man. Good to see you. Oh. You back? I'm back, baby. I'm back. I'm back. What's up? You look good up there. Thank you. You look good, man. Hey, I know that name. Say hi to your mom. Hi to your mom. Deanda Man. I'm back.
We're welcoming back from military service the Safransky's Aunt Jamie is coming in today to join us for lunch. So everybody give her a warm round of applause.
got here yesterday.
Wait, when's your mom coming? What time's your mom coming? Hey Diane, there's someone here that says he knows you. What are you doing? I've been lying to you. Are you dummy? Diane, I've been lying to you so badly. Oh my god. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Dummy. Happy birthday, Mijo. Oh my god. I can't believe you're here. Oh my god.
Hey, what's up, dog? Mr. Close Holmes. I see you. I just pet my dog. What's up, man? What's up, dude?
Getting ready. I was gonna go take off in that coffee remote.
All right.
What the?
You had no
Yeah,
idea?
surprise.
Right, Adrian? What the heck?
He said, hey, what's
You
up?
didn't even care.
Down goes Fraser.
Jess, I've been lying to you.
I knew it was gonna be I got rocked.
Jess, did you know?
One by one. Me and Jess was like, Dad, we knew the whole time. Dad, we knew the whole time.
Yeah.
So every
Dude, Jess, I made the M&M jar. I'm sorry. I made you eat M&M.
So every time you're eating it, we're like,
Can you guys tell him what you did?
when they had me.
Please, Doug. You guys better film this, man.
Last M&M, Jess. I'm so sorry.
Explain the jar.
The jar was days left for my son to come home, and weren't they full? When I left today, there was about when I left to work, it looked like this, and they surprised me, and it's like this.
Dude, are you happy?
Jackie was behind.
I'm
all
sorry.
this. That was good, actually.
That's the evil wife right there.
Evil wife, I'm sorry. I did this for you.
This week and through the weekend, and then next week you need to start bringing back your package with your money in it so I can get the money sent off and the prizes will get here as quickly as possible. I did a little calculation today and we've already raised over $1,300. And that's without the online contributions and some other. Remember, our goal is $2,000, so we're well on our way to that. So try to do a little begging this weekend, I guess, for people, okay? And then I also have a couple special ducks for a couple little girls, and I would like them to come right up here. Anna Gentry, where are you? And Madison Gentry. Can y'all come right up here? All right. Where's Madison? Couple special ducks for you two girls. I have one that says I love PE for you, and one that says I love PE for you, and I think we might have one other little special duck. been away for a long time in Iraq, and she has just gotten home, and this is their first time to see her. And she wanted to surprise them today, and so we needed to do the fire drill, and then we just wanted to make it a really sweet homecoming for her and these girls.
You mind? I saw where I was walking around. I was like, do you think they'll mind if I take a picture? Move, Aaron. Sorry. Oh my goodness.
I know.
Yeah. Makeup all over you.
Oh.
Oh, look, and you're turning red. Alright, family photo, yay!
He looks a little different.
Okay, really, let's take a picture though. Okay.
Everybody together.
Homewood Elementary School honored our nation's heroes during a special assembly on Tuesday, but there was an extra special surprise in store for 11-year-old Maddie Gamble. Maddie didn't know she would get to see her dad. She hasn't seen him since he left for Korea 7 months ago to serve in the Air Force, but he came back Monday.
And my father-in-law picked me up at the airport, and I stayed the night at their house last night, keeping the secret.
Maddie was one of 4 students who won an essay contest about who their hero is and why.
My hero is super important to me for a good reason. He's my dad.
After Maddie read her essay, her hero walked in.
And her jumping off the stage was running to my arms. The look on her face was amazing.
I thought this was like a dream and it was not reality at all.
A special moment between father and daughter that was made even better through Maddie's words from the heart.
I know she loves me, but hearing that coming from in writing, how she actually feels about me, you know, as a parent, you don't hear those things every day.
He's just a wonderful person. It couldn't get any